GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens.
To kick off for Baltimore.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry for Raquel Armstead. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The run here with Armstead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that'll be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Jackson. Big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
It's a gain of 9.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On second and a yard, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Minshew, first and 10. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 5-yard line.
Now Armstead. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew, eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Grant on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Switch up.
Jackson going to run. And option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 27 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
It is good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Jaguars nothing. Justin Tucker
now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Out of the gun is Minshew, sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. This is Armstead on the carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Minshew sets to throw. Incomplete.
Minshew's pass, intended for D.D. Westbrook, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Gardner Minshew sacked.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Jaguars nothing. Logan Cook.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Grant. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
37-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 20. Oh, hey, report.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. On the option, Jackson will keep it. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. It's complete to Grant. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down.
Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 20, Mike. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike, report. Here we go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, open man is Duvernay. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Mike 20, on Young. Hey, middle. Mike 20.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Ravens 17. Jaguars 9.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Jackson on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Jaguar first down.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Minshew going to be intercepted for the third time. TJ Green with a pick.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. He's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on second down. Jackson flush to his right. Now he'll pull it, and I think the ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 2nd and 16, Minshew, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack, but he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Jacksonville.
Now a toss to Armstead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
At the 8-yard.
They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on fourth down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lambo is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Team Grant on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From the 24, Jackson flushed out right. That's complete to his running back, j-chandaman5's. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make hey, bro, Mike 20. Cover. Hey, watch that.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Hey, middle. 20. 6-man. Check curls.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
7-yard line.
Mike 20. Coming this way. We got it. Mike 20. And let's pin the mirrors back.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
1st down.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And here comes Westbrook.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
A gain of 50.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Not much there, only a yard.
2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Jags are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. It'll be Minshew again. Eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10.
Ravens 24, Jaguars 10. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Accelerating, and off he goes. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
It's going to be a long day. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. COVID-19. Check nine. Hey, check that. Street.
Back to throw. Foster. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go. 60 Bison. He's crossing. He's chasing Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Slant.
Now a carry for Dobbins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 8. It's a gain of 34. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Off play action, it's Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
1-yard gain.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. He's going to let it fly. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.